Hey guys, Enlight here, and what I want to actually talk about today is a topic that I'm pretty sure every one of you can relate to, at least once in your lifetime or later down the line probably, and that topic is regretting investing into a game. Now, this isn't really just a Combat Arms category, it's just like gaming in general, equipment, games itself, or wasting your last set of dollars just for something for gaming. Some stuff like that. Now, there's two types of regret: short term and long term. I am more of a long term regret kind of guy. Okay, well, let me just start explaining. Short term is more like just spending, oh, well, I have an extra 20 bucks right here, and I don't really need anything else, and there's an NX card, for an example. There's an NX card right here, and I kind of want a new gun or whatever, and you buy it. Then the next day, your friends come up to you like, hey, you want to go out or something, and now look, you don't have money because you just spent your $20 on the NX. So that's like kind of short-term regret, and you'll get over it. You'll be like, oh well, maybe next time. Now I'm more of a long-term regret guy because looking back on it now, I really do spend a lot of my money on gaming, and then I ended up just throwing it away in the downfall. Like, an example would be RuneScape. I was into RuneScape for the longest time, like really, I played that game for almost a good 3 years back when I was 12-ish, yeah. And now look, it's corrupted. But, back in the time, it was a fun game and I was really into it. Like, you don't really think about it in the future, you just think about it like right now, like, oh, well, it's only 10 bucks a month, and, I really like it. So you just play it for now and pay for it since it's fun, but later when you need the money, you think and say, wow, well, I spent so much money into that game and now look, I don't even play it. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have more times like that in the future. And like another example would be, people don't know this, but I actually have an Xbox. I don't even touch it, and I remember one Christmas I literally wanted it so bad because that's what all my friends played, and I had a crappy computer, so I was thinking about just like putting my computer life and going to console life, and I really wanted it so bad. Then after a while it got boring, it was the same thing over again, and at least with the computer you can do so much more things than what a console can do. So I ended up spending my parents had ended up spending like so much money on an Xbox and gave me all the stuff I needed, like Live and all this other stuff. And now look, I don't even touch it. It just sits here and collects dust and all this other stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of examples that I can actually give, like spending like almost a lot of money on a gaming computer, and then like a year or two later, just regretting it because you spend so much money on a computer, and then you're just like, oh, well, man, that could have, like, when you get older, you're like, man, that could have paid so many bills, or So I've had a lot of those times, and another example would probably be when my first account got banned. I used to spend so much money on an X. Like, I mean, it was ridiculous how much money I spent on that account, and people know this. I had so many perms that it was crazy. Like, I used to consider myself Benny, if anyone remembers him. But, I spent so much money on that account, and then next thing you know, one of my douche friends, like, it's a long story, but he decided to do something with the account, and, I was basically done with it, and, I gave it to a friend, and he started hacking on it, and he got banned. But, even then, like, I think back on it like now and see, wow, that could have done so much. I could have got my gaming computer like earlier than what I did now, and I could have paid for some investments that I kind of want to invest in today. So that's all I really kind of want to talk about. Maybe you had this kind of experience, and maybe you can relate to what I can relate to. And yeah, I mean, that's about it, really. This is Enlight. Peace.